herd, flock, pride. It's an instinct shared by many living things. The knowledge that we're stronger together. Denver Zoo has been working to save wildlife for 128 years, from the Andes to the Rockies. And here at home, conservation must be a collaboration. Like the herds and packs under our care, we must come together to save one another. Denver Zoo Conservation Alliance. Learn more at denverzoo.org.
All right, everybody, welcome to the Pastimes Podcast. Each week we go through an old newspaper from a random date in history picked out by Dave Anthony. I'm Gareth Reynolds, and I've never seen it before, and neither is our guest this week,
Francesca Fiorentini. Hello, Francesca. Thank you for joining us.
Oh my gosh, so good to be back.
Are you nervous?
Yeah, now I am that you just said that. Yes, I'm incredibly nervous. I have my...
Because I'll be honest, it sounds like you didn't really do much to... It sounds like you rolled out of bed, just showed up.
That was for you.
What is that? That's prepping?
I'm still in bed. What are you talking
That's
about?
good. We should do that.
I am under the covers. That's how
bedcast.
terrified I am of this show. And you all.
We like our guests worried.
I am.
That's what we like.
And I'm also a fan, so.
That's what we need. We want someone who just laughs along. You don't even need to say anything. Just be like the canned laugh. You have a show in Chicago Monday and Tuesday.
Yes, I do.
And we're recording this right before it.
That's right.
So this is a Rush to Presses one. People can go to lincolnlodge.com or they could go to your website, but as you pointed out, lincolnlodge.com is probably the easier pronunciation.
My name is it's an anti-Italian slur at this point, but francescafiorentini.com. Yes, Monday, the live Bituation Room, which is my podcast, which both Dave and Gareth have been on. And then Tuesday stand-up, late show, 9 p.m. is going fast, and it'll be very fun.
And this is you and your delightful husband, correct?
Correct, yes,
Yeah,
Matt Lieb.
We love him.
And,
Big fans of him. We should have him on sometime. Is
Yeah.
he available?
Do you want me to go get him?
Is that okay? I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like that's a
He's
weird,
probably a better guest. I mean,
that's a weird ass.
I'll just go get him.
All right, Francesca, let's get into it. We've got to talk about this late breaking dead news.
You don't know. Stop
I
acting
don't know.
like you know. Stop acting like you know what we're going to talk about. You don't.
Once the docuseries about how this all works comes out, you'll see. There's a script. We like to allow the guest to guess the year this paper's from after I do it. Because let's be honest, my name's in the show title.
Right.
I'm going to guess that this one is from the year, fuck it, let's go old school, 1841.
That's crazy. It's like...
Stop.
It's
Stop the
crazy.
judgment.
It's
Stop
a
the judgment.
crazy
Stop.
1841. I would guess like 40 some odd years off.
Okay. I'm going to
It's
guess.
crazy.
Wait, what did you just say, Dave?
Don't listen
I
to
would
him.
guess,
No.
He's like, I would guess
You
like 40
can't-
some odd years off that.
Well,
I
so
just think,
because I'm
he's
gonna-
around 40 years off.
Dave.
I'm going to go in. Okay. Just dart your eyes into which direction, please. And then I will.
I don't like...
Okay. You went up, Dave, and fuck you for going up because up could be forward or back. But here, since I'm going to be in
I
Chicago,
love this.
Haymarket riots or the affair, uprising, I'm going 1880.
Well, you're going to be
Wow,
right.
that was so close.
It's gonna be
1883. Nice job. That was so
This is really-
close.
Now it's becoming a
Point
big
for
problem.
Franny.
So close. Good
Yes.
job.
Really
Oh
dumb.
my God. You're really good at this.
Thank you.
It is the News and Observer out of Raleigh, North Carolina, October 3rd, 1883, year of our Lord Jesus Christ.
Thank you for pronouncing Raleigh properly. They're very particular.
I've been there a few times.
Yeah,
so
they're like, you'll
I'm
be like,
aware.
Raleigh, and they're like, oh, really?
You want
And
to
you're
fight?
like, don't you mean Raleigh?
So what's the grocery store chain name?
Uh-oh. It's not Raleigh. It's not Raleigh's, is it? It's
No.
is it
I bet
Raleigh's?
you-
I think it's Rails. Pretty sure it's Rail with a Z.
I like that.
Rails.
I should know this.
You
I
should.
don't know. The other
That's
day,
a-
I
that's a
broke down
great-
like the geographical gas station and grocery store like the way you're going through it. And when you go through come and go territory,
That sounds fun.
you're about to hit Casey. It's just a whole thing. It's exciting. It's a good life. Not a life.
That's how you know. That's how you know you're in different parts of the country.
Oh, yeah. That's how you know you're really seeing America's asshole.
Okay. What happened in Raleigh? October 3rd.
I got to be honest.
Spooky season.
I got to be honest. I don't like how Francesca is just so done with the banter that
She's right.
she's just insisting we move through it. I thought that was a pretty good gas station vamp, but all right, fine. We'll do the old come and go into the news. Let's go. All right, Dave, what do you got?
Okay, I'm sorry. Gareth, what is the best gas station supermarket matchup in the country?
Casey's.
My bad.
Casey's Publix.
We're getting a little dose of Matt's life right now. A little dose.
And mine. Both it's a competition. All right, what do we got, David?
Babe, come on, babe. Just keep going. Just go. Say it.
Plow through it, babe. Get to the point, babe. Let's hurry.
Potato bugs doom.
Wow, that's a start.
The decline and fall of the Colorado potato bug should be a warning to all other insects and might even serve as a hint to the English sparrow.
Hopefully they're reading this, because otherwise they might not heed it.
The English sparrow.
Yeah.
Just like, I just see the glasses down on the tip of the beak.
One of them's just telling the other one, and he's like, all right, let's get to the paper.
The potato bug isn't going to know what's going on. It's just going to die.
You know, another thing that I think
the sparrow
is funny
better listen up. So
the regionality of what people call the potato bug as you go through the country has always fascinated me. You know, you'll go North Carolina, they're potato bugging. Then you go middle of the country when you're hitting the come and goes, they'll call roly-poly. Then when you're getting to the
roly-poly?
Yes.
I was doing a bit on how much my regional comedy sucks. But yes, they are called roly-polies in some spots. Rip my headphones
Really?
out. I'm done.
They're called roly-polies here.
Wait, Gareth,
or
what do you consider
bugs.
to be a potato bug? The big
roly-poly.
one with the legs. You consider a roly-poly to be a potato bug?
It's not a big one with the legs. It's what I consider. This is a great question.
The little gray guy that rolls up.
Yes,
That's not what we in California
when I found
consider.
out what a potato bug was, I was like, oh, that is so uncute. It's just like the nasty.
Yeah, they're terrifying.
Yeah.
No, yeah, exactly. That's
brown,
like
fatty little thorax.
I love it's like a baby armadillo. It's like armadillo jizz.
No.
It's not.
Yeah.
What?
It's like armadillo jizz.
No, it's not.
Come on, everybody.
You need to stop talking.
All right, that's fine.
Okay,
that's
so Gareth, do you know what a potato bug is? Then
I do.
the other one, the gross one.
Yeah. I just looked up potato bug. I know what it is. Same as roly-poly. But Dave, are the dogs eating steak?
There's something happening outside, and all the dogs in the neighborhood are going crazy right now. So I'm not sure.
Yeah, roly-poly, potato bug, same thing, guys. So welcome to my little world.
I feel like the dogs want in on this debate here.
They don't hate it.
They're just barking at a roly-poly right now.
It's just funny when he opens the door and you just see like 3 tails. Just dogs are like, we need to talk to you, Dave. There's a lizard.
Okay, back to our sweet potato bugs. Starting from his home in the far west, where he had long been. First of all, we've gendered the potato bug,
and he has a house. It sounds like Mark is crazy.
Where he had long been content to feed upon some cheap and modest weed. His awakened ambition has.
Hey, I've been in Colorado and have the same attitude.
Pure swag. Cheap and modest weed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mute Gareth.
I'm trying to mute myself, but I don't know. I guess I put a block on myself.
And even benighted to Europe, announcing himself as the terrible Dorophora decimalinita.
Wait. Benighted to Europe. Wait, he's a knight in Europe? Is that what we're saying? The potato bug is not a roly-poly, not a potato bug. He's been benighted in Europe as who?
Is benighted a term?
That dog is eating something. I
believe it's itself.
A potato bug.
There's nothing in here to eat. So
normal.
And she ate it. Okay.
Closure.
Yeah, I think benighted means that it's gone to Europe and been it's part of the royal court, I guess.
Okay. Sir Potato Bug. Lord Roly-Poly.
I'm going to move forward here. The wail of the impoverished farmer was music to his ear, and he would laugh and make puns to the effect that he was the Great Devastator.
Am I a roly-poly? I'm chunky. I'm pun-filled.
Scoffing at Malthus, he multiplied and multiplied, but he did not replenish the earth. For years, he rolled and terrorized. Maybe
He rolled.
Gareth.
Wait. So this is the cute one.
Ruled.
This is the roly. Oh, he
this
ruled.
is.
Oh, he ruled. I thought
But
I heard
it's also
rolled.
the roly-poly.
I don't
promise.
think so, Gareth.
Not a roly-poly.
No, he's a potato bug. They
It
don't.
is
They're the
absolutely
same.
not a
It's
roll.
regional. It's like bubbler and water fountain. When will I be listened to?
When do you stop saying crazy things?
Okay, so
the dog
he's
has a
wandered
hat.
the land. He really doesn't have a purpose. He's searching. He's kind of
Yes.
he's
Yeah. He's looking for things to ruin.
his Saturn is returning 28 years, right?
you.
Like,
Thank
you know.
Did you just say his Saturn's returning?
Yeah,
did.
of the potato
And-
bug.
She did. And I'd like for
like
you to
trying to
act
find
like
himself.
it's okay. Yeah.
He like got out of a toxic relationship. He like doesn't
Yes.
really know what he wants to do,
Yes.
but maybe he will go back to school.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. It's great. What am I?
Other bugs began to be born or to appear, who, envying him in his greatness, formed combinations against him.
All right, it's time to talk about the journalist, and I'm air quoting a little bit. What's
What are
going
we
on
doing?
here? The idea of getting this deep into the head of the potato bug,
Someone had to do it.
I don't think they did.
I think
This
so.
journalist has definitely has fastened antenna that they made out of
Yeah,
like
is in like a tick
a
suit.
chicken coop or something, like wiring. Like
Well,
they're
It's also very possible that this journalist is just going through some sort of crisis and is putting a lot of this in the head of the potato bug.
clearly.
And honestly, he found that recently Kathleen wouldn't sleep with him. But even when he told her that he was sorry, that yes, he was exchanging letters with another femme, he didn't really mean anything by it. It was just a way of him to have an emotional relationship with someone who wasn't always fixated on the kids. And even when he lets her know that, she says, oh, maybe you should go to Europe and talk to her for a little while. And maybe he did. Maybe the potato bug did go to Europe for a little while. And when he got there, he realized there wasn't that spark. And he came home, and when he told her what he'd found, all she said to him was, I wasn't serious about you taking that trip. I mean, she said to do it. It's crazy.
So it was agreed that the little ladybug should feed on his eggs, and that an ugly dust-colored bug put like a six-cornered kite on his legs, and calling itself the soldier bug should jab its lance into him on every occasion.
This is
while
the first
some
story?
kind of fly volunteered to buzz around and fill him with something that he would take it into the ground with him, that would produce death.
What?
Terrible run on. First of all,
completely, yeah, they need a punctuation.
What
guy
is
there.
this paper again, Dave? Can
Okay,
you just
so
remind us?
Is this
so
a
here I'm
pamphlet?
just gonna this is
this
the
from
Potato
Orkin?
Bug. This is Potato Bug Weekly. And the first article is what's a potato bug. But look, the potato bug came west and even went to Europe. And when it got to North Carolina, then other bugs started, attacking it.
Harshing
So
its
it's-
mellow.
Yeah, so it just had a hell of a run,
Uh-huh.
and then now we're like, hey, stop.
Yeah, now it's not an easy ride, is it?
No, it's a crazy ride. I don't think anyone's ever. I'm the guy who said they're roly polies, and I've never thought about a potato bug this much.
The result was that the great unassisted immigrant from Colorado
This is insane.
began to so diminish in numbers that potatoes once more came to be known as an article of human diet. And in the year 1883, he had fallen off so vastly as to cease to be feared even by children.
What?
So there you have it. The
that
potato bug.
sucks.
The potato bug now is dying off, and the potatoes are able to grow.
And
didn't
it can't
realize-
even scare children
Yeah, that's true.
anymore, which
Yeah.
I was scared by potato bugs. And also I thought when you
Yeah.
squished its little thorax that it would like bleed potato, but that's not true. Just like now and later's when I first ate one, I put it in my mouth and then I took it out and waited for about 20 minutes.
You followed the directions.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
And fucking nothing happened.
That's me with Laffy Taffy. Every time I'd put one in my mouth, I'd go, whoa! Now that's a taffy. Follow the directions. You follow the title.
But it sounds like it worked for you. Yeah, exactly.
It did, yeah.
Anyway, no potato to be found in the potato bug. And yeah, if it's not scaring kids, I mean, honestly, at this point, it's going extinct. Like, bye. Like, there's no more reason to exist. And the ladybugs jabbing you? Fuck.
Let's all agree on the fact that this is an insane first article for anything.
Well, what if
even
an
insect magazine?
It's a good writing sample, though.
Yes, it is. It is a nice creative writing sample.
What if while you were reading it, a dog was licking your feet?
Now that, my friend, is erotic. That's something I'm into. That's my fetish. I like to sit alone, read papers from the 1880s while I have a canine suck my toes. Am I the only one? That's why I got Office peanut butter.
Oh, God.
What?
News observations. Sullivan, the Boston boy, is to give the Wilmingtonians a specimen of the manly art this week, and the Resinopolitans are happy.
What?
That's it.
Specimen of the manly art.
Yeah.
What do you think the manly
Gentlemen,
art is?
yeah, what's the manly art? You tell me.
it's
Just off the
semen
top.
paint.
Talking over a woman?
Got it?
Semen paint.
Having her say an idea, and then you take it and act like it was yours?
Mm-hmm.
Not cleaning the house?
Got it?
Wow.
I was gonna
Those
say,
are all good pitches.
like MMA or something like that.
That's great too. That's hot. And you know what it is? It's just a painting of the slap fight league.
It's probably it's probably some kind of wrestling or something, right? I would imagine at that time.
Yes, it is wrestling.
Or boxing.
I mean, those sound like just the worst team names ever, but the Wilmingtonians.
I mean, they
Let's
must
go 99 This is our year.
Hans von Bülow, the famous pianist and composer,
Austrian,
is in a lunatic asylum, but kind Providence still allows the man with an accordion his liberty.
Now, is that literal?
Yeah, I think he's in an. I think that
he gets an
Hans
accordion.
von Bülow is in an insane asylum, and they gave him an accordion so he could still.
This is fair.
I'm glad we don't. Well, first of all, we don't have anywhere near the level of mental health aid
accordion players
we need. Yes, but I will say Lunatic Asylum must have been a fun run to be able to just call it that casually, because it is a terrible name, but it's also the funniest way to put it. And throw an accordion into that room, and we have something that probably not helpful in any way, but comedically fruitful when we're over 100 years away.
Absolutely.
Just some guy in a room, just like, and he came out Weird Al Yankovic.
It doesn't. Looking at his Wikipedia, it doesn't.
I think everyone in the insane asylum should get an accordion.
I agree, but then imagine working there. You'd be like, look, I'm going to need to be put in one of these rooms pretty soon. This is fucking not okay.
The worst instrument to give anyone with mental health issues.
Drums.
A bagpipe.
Yeah. That would be the
broken glass. Go.
Just give him a jug.
My friends
you know what? They actually formed a polka group, which is crazy.
My friends had a baby when Barney was popular, and so I bought the baby is singing Barney, and it became the kid's favorite toy. Man, did they fucking hate me.
I did the same with for my nephew with a little robot that would just be like, he was just like a fired up little robot. He'd be like, let's go, let's get it on. And then he would play like a
really
loud song.
aggro. Oh, God.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, it's like visual and all this stuff. And my brother was like, hey, man, let's learn a lesson from this, because we're like hiding it from the kid.
I think Barney, honestly, like hindsight, Barney was one of the better ones.
I agree.
One of the least annoying.
Yeah, because he was just kind of like, we're the best.
Yeah. He's
How
a sweetheart.
old's your kid now?
Now she's almost 2.
Oh yeah, you're right in that. You're right in that area.
I'm right. Yeah. We're starting to get into like shitty knockoff Pee-wee, like Blippi.
Yeah.
If you've heard of Blippi.
Yeah.
He's real bad. Real obnoxious. I love Rachel. Miss Rachel's great. Miss Rachel's getting real big.
I don't know that one.
Oh, The first thing, and anyone watches Miss Rachel, the first thing you think is, this is the most annoying woman on earth. Second thing you think is, I could do this. Third thing you think is, no, she's a goddess. She's amazing, and only she can do this.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah.
That's sleep deprivation. You should watch, I think it's Tiny. You should watch Tiny Chef, I think it's called. Their little, that to me is the funniest one. It's for kids, but man, that little guy's hilarious.
Are you watching?
Are you watching kids program?
cartoons?
Yeah. I'm in that phase. Just come home, decanter myself a bourbon, sit down and watch a little Tiny Chef.
A bourbon. So
Have a
much
weep.
weed.
So much.
So much
It's
weed.
called The Weed and Weep. Francesca'd like to get back
I was
to
just
Dave.
wondering if it like.
Francesca's ready to get
I'm
back
done.
into the
I'm
news.
done. Okay, I'm sorry.
She's a little over the
Move
banter
it
part.
along.
Time is money, assholes.
Anyway.
Francesca just gave us the light, and I'm not sure what that means.
No, I was just wondering if the
No,
story
you're right.
was done.
I agree.
No, that one's done. Yeah.
Okay.
A Baltimore judge decides that Maryland law cannot prevent a woman from using her tongue. The courts are considerably behindhand in finding this out.
Finally, judicial rulings I can agree
That
with.
I
might
was
come back
looking up
around.
when we got the right to use our tongue.
And that is, it was an interesting.
Was it before or after, like the suffragettes?
It was
we allowed
Malfi,
for-
North Carolina,
Yeah. Malfi, North Carolina was good.
if memory serves. What is that? What
They
could
were-
that possibly mean? Tongue is in what? Free speech?
Yeah, basically free speech. They're saying
Oh.
this woman was saying stuff they didn't like, so they prosecuted her.
It's so
Which
funny
is-
to think. It's
Use
so
the
funny.
tongue.
I know. First of all, it's obviously like guys were like, we can't call it free speech, but she's allowed to use her tongue anywhere she likes. Wink, wink. But it also is like amazing to think that like, okay, we're founded and we have the Constitution, and we're like, yeah, I'm starting to think some of this might apply to everyone. Isn't that crazy?
These mouthy broads.
These broads are allowed to do it too, which I just think is so prescient.
That is fucking wild.
The colored people of the second
Jesus
school,
Christ.
but that was just the term. That was just like saying black guy
Stop.
back then. It was.
I
It
know.
was. If
This
they
still
wanted
doesn't
to,
make
if
it
they
nice
wanted
to hear.
But I know. But if they wanted to use another word, they would have used it. Or they
I
would
gotta
have
they
say,
used
were
it on
I'm
like-
more
paper.
surprised at like women using the tongue. Like colored people, like, okay, but we've heard that. But like women using the tongue to describe free speech, I thought she was going to be like, well, like what'd she do with her tongue? Who did she murder?
Yeah,
What did,
doesn't
what
matter.
blood did she lick? Like, no, it's just you,
Done.
like, can you speak?
Talking.
Yeah, she was talking out of turn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Should a woman be allowed to
talk.
speak her mind?
Should she be
That's
allowed to say what she
we're-
wants, where she wants?
I mean, I don't know. What do you
No.
guys think?
I think no.
Take her to
Oh,
court.
I think
yeah.
absolutely
Same.
It's just, you know, it's not okay.
Where's the law?
I mean, imagine being out and being like, "Excuse me, what the hell did you just say?"
Calling the cops.
She just said she doesn't like her boyfriend.
Oh, I'm sorry. Goo goo gaga. Oda what they do.
Yes. Yes.
It sounds like she's complaining again, which just it turns my tummy.
The colored people of the second school district of Middletown, Staten Island. Staten Island's always bad.
Yeah, colored
Nothing
people,
good
Staten
ever
Island.
happens.
Not
Yeah,
a good mix.
that they're not there anymore, correct?
Same year.
Like-
Same year.
Yeah, 1883. Yeah.
1883. Okay.
Have, according to a dispatch in the New York Sun, notified the trustees that unless a white teacher who is now stationed there is removed, the children will be withdrawn from the school and set apart for their accommodation. There is no indication that the teacher in question is objected to on account of incompetency, but his color is against him. Yes. No, it's the color. It's certainly not what the white teacher is saying, for sure.
So
That was a racist teacher. They had a
Yes.
racist teacher.
yeah.
An awful racist teacher. And they're like, well, they just don't like him because he's white.
Listen, enough racism. It's 1883. Whites have been through enough.
This is also Staten Island, so I feel like the people who were mad about this weren't black. Like that. Like, maybe
There was a very large, well-off black community on Staten Island due to oyster fishing.
We learned about it in an episode, and I forgot about it until just now. And still don't think I remember it, to be quite honest.
But then it was like, oh, this is lucrative. Black people are gaining some
you're going to need to go away. Here. Like, we're getting ready to do the oyster thing now. Like, it was like, but what? Now we like them. God. That's like what happened with lobster, though, right? Lobster, we were just talking about lobster was like, ugh, gross, have it. And now we're like, should we?
Lobster is lesser than oyster. Oyster greater than lobster.
You like oyster?
What?
So good.
I don't like oyster.
Really?
I don't care.
It's just like snot.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is.
Most,
like,
you know what it is? It is. It's like you wouldn't think that the taste of the sea was good, but it is. It's actually like, what if the sea tasted like a little mini just like that.
Here's an idea. Why don't you just go drink some fucking ocean water?
It's a great idea.
Not the same. It's too salty.
Yes, but you could put it in an ice cube or something.
You need the snot.
An oyster to me is like the consistency is like someone made a horse blow its nose so hard an eye came out.
Yeah, but it tastes like the ocean is kissing you in a way that you've never been kissed before.
I've had them and I didn't go like, wow, the ocean just Frenched me. I was like, these are like $30?
That's what it. No, obviously free oysters. On New Year's Eve when your friend is working a party and you go.
Yeah, I'd do that. Sure.
Yeah.
It's sea cum.
Yes, but but it actually tastes good.
Thank you, Dave.
Right, guys? Come on.
I mean, you've definitely potato bugged the oyster pretty well, but I'm out. I can't. I'm not going to do it.
Gary's out.
Yeah,
Gary's out.
I like that.
Sure, in his own show. I listen to you.
I'm a big yes-ander, but not on menu stuff. I'm particular.
A dispatch from Cleveland to the Republican newspapers of the East charges that Senator Pendleton, while under the influence of intoxicants, undertook to make a speech at Delaware on Thursday night last and broke down through utter inability to proceed.
Oh, my God.
That's awesome. So
that is awesome.
Couldn't speak.
And then he also he has Camp Pendleton is still a thing, so didn't affect him too much.
I doubt that's him. I doubt that's the same guy.
Oh, you think?
This is like the most dignified way to say he just like drunk slurred his way through this entire thing. Like that's the longest way. Like meanwhile, our president Joseph Robinette Biden did not get the same kind of respect from the media when he couldn't finish a speech and a debate.
Thank you. Now wait, what is this guy's name, Dave?
Senator Pendleton. Doesn't say the first name.
I think it is the same guy.
Is it?
Maybe I'm wrong.
I
think so.
This undoubtedly a campaign calumny. Mr. Pendleton is one of the most temperate men in public life. He has been working hard of late, and it is possible that he has contracted malaria traveling about the state at night. So they're trying to make excuses for him being because he's a
I had a cold, right?
It is exactly what we have just been going through. To your point, Francesca, it's like they excuse away like dementia. They're like he had a terrible debate because he had a cold.
Yeah.
He forgot how to use verbs.
What if they said malaria though? He had malaria. He has malaria. Okay, give him a break.
That would have worked. That would have gotten me. Yeah, he's just
the president's got scurvy.
He's
Calm
syphilitic.
Down.
Relax. His tongue's falling out. He couldn't remember who was who. He thought Macron was someone else.
Fight for the right for women to use their tongues.
Yeah. Women should have body autonomy. Thank you, Senator Biden. President Biden, sorry. Dave's doing the thing where he's researching. Huh?
Oh, is it the same guy? I'm going to pretend like I know the guy. Whoa.
Yeah. Well, listen, it's not like I'm going to have like a huge moment of like, wow, this changes me. But I just know from going through there that Camp Pendleton is there. I keep an eye on all the camps.
Oh, that's important.
Yeah, I'm a big camp guy. Sometimes I'll show up to a kids camp when I'm not a counselor or anything. I just feel like it helps kids. I'll
Who's
just be
that?
Like,
oh, that's
yeah.
Camp Guy.
That's a podcaster who's not allowed to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. All right.
Archery, cool.
Yeah, cool. Oh, rowing. Nice. Nice. You guys swimming in that lake? Dope. You know, this land is stolen. I'll see you later. They stole this land so you guys could have a neat summer. Yeah. Yeah. You're camping on blood. All right, I know to go. Enjoy your marshmallows, you little fucking shit. Hit him with some realism.
Now, I don't know what happened there, but it just stopped. Just stopped.
Is the dog still licking your feet?
Yeah.
Nope. Dog is now up on the... Oh, can you see him?
Post-coital. There you go. Never seen a dog smile after sucking Dave's feet.
They all do that. Every dog.
Your dog, not every dog.
All
not
dogs.
Just walking around the neighborhood and dogs like, may we?
All dogs lick
right.
my feet and then
Okay.
smile.
Okay.
All dogs. The Duke of Tech, one of the scions of German
Bill Gates.
royalty, who
Duke
has
of Tech.
fastened himself upon the English royal family by marriage, is wandering on the continent of Europe with his wife to keep away from his importunate creditors.
Oh, he fastened himself like a barnacle on
Yes.
a European wife,
He
and he's
married
now
someone.
just floating.
Now he's
Well, I respect
running-
this. I feel like this is like this paper is being honest. I feel like this is clearly a woman writing under a male pseudonym. This is just like, leeching off his in-laws to avoid
Yeah.
paying his creditors.
Yeah,
I like
and
the
now he's
move.
But
running. Now
he's
on the
a
run.
tech duke. So this
Yes,
is sort
he
of
is.
the
He is
Elon
the tech duke.
Yeah.
Yes.
of his time.
called the iPad.
This is more. I have this fantasy, by the way, that
This is going to go
the
dark fast, Francesca.
yeah, it is.
Okay.
In like the worst of times, so the end times, like everything's falling apart.
2028.
It's a total nightmare. Everyone's dying, and then Elon Musk tries to leave the planet,
Oh, thank
and
God.
his spaceship blows up, and for one day, everyone has an experience of joy, and there's parties all over the world.
Now let me one up the fantasy. It's all these billionaires. They all are like,
bunch of
let's
them.
finally use the SpaceX pod.
Yeah,
We trust you,
yeah.
Elon.
They're
And then
too
they'll get
chicken
right.
shit to test their own stuff. You know, I think
Yeah.
what's probably going to happen is he'll test the Neuralink first, but he'll still own Twitter, but will be running for president while simultaneously just like
that thing
having like fits of rage from having a chip in his brain.
he had an amazing week last week because, like, over the course of last week, because not only did he have that Trump interview that was insane, and then he said that there was a cyber attack.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we're looking. We're
It's
looking into
just-
this.
Yeah, it's just insane, obviously. But that also, what the two tweet thread that his kid put out there about the kind of man
Oh,
he is
Yeah,
was
brutal.
so fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It was
We
just
stand
like,
Vivian. We love her.
yes, it just was like, it did make you go like, oh, there is some like wise genetics in the pool a little bit. He just eluded him.
Yeah.
Totally.
That I was very much like, oh yeah, it's definitely nature over nurture. You know,
Yeah,
like you just
totally.
sometimes
He's
they
just
come
a
out
real
good.
prick, and yes, he's a manipulative prick. But she was just like, "Here's what you are:
Yeah.
a cosplayer."
Okay, so back to this is more creditable than the old way, as it shows that one royal nuisance has enough pluck and energy to get out of the way. The old-time method was to get more money from the people and go on in a career of expensive uselessness without so much as fleeing from an anxious creditor. It is
Wow.
about 3/4 of the court hangers-on would do the same thing. England would be much relieved.
Wow.
So this guy's saying that they should all run instead of, yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
What do
Better.
you mean? Like just like leave
Go
their
on the run.
homes?
Yeah, instead of continually taxing the people and taking money from the people, just
Just bounce.
bolt.
Exactly.
Leave.
Go to Mars. I mean, I like the analogy. I think it's very apropos. And I just feel like our problems would be so much better once billionaires can get to their Elysium in the sky or go to Mars. Just fuck off. Go.
Yeah, let us try a little bit.
Yeah,
the problem
exactly.
is
Give us the reins.
There's not going to be a vacuum of power. They'll still be like, we need those resources.
Of course.
I mean, it's...
Well, that's what all Mars exploration. I'm sorry, you guys. People who love space hate me so much, but I'm just like, all it is taking a plant into outer space and going, is it dead yet? Oh, it's dead. You know, like, you're like, oh, hey, you know where plants grow? You know where life grows? Fucking Earth, idiots. Like,
let's go there.
Take care of that. Yes. You know what?
Let's try to go there.
Pandora is on Earth. We don't have to go explore.
I do love it is amazing the way it has just flipped to escape now.
Yeah.
You're like,
it's escape now.
Or we could just stop using oil. They're like, hang on. Stop it. It's just one. It's truly,
or they're
oil.
Building the underground bunkers. That's very exciting.
That's going to be great too. But it is shocking that it's just like, we can't stop using oil. Like, you're like, really, one thing could change all this, and they're like, it's impossible. Stop.
Why not redirect all this to just harness the energy of the sun? No, fuck the sun. Fuck the sun.
Stop it. You sound crazy.
My friend asked me about solar panels the other day, and I had to explain to him it was too late that California changed the laws to make everything
way
great
harder
for the utilities and not the person who puts it on the roof.
Yeah.
Sorry, your lovely Democrats fucked you.
But Gavin Newsom is sweeping homeless encampments. Don't worry.
By himself.
Single-handedly throwing out people's entire possessions.
He's
I've gotten very
rich.
political.
I love it.
Washington, D.C. Application has been made to the War Department by the few survivors of the Confederate Brigade residing in Norfolk for permission to use their old battle flags now in possession of that department on the occasion of the reunion to take place in a few weeks.
Oh, that's like...
Just for old time's sake.
So
sad.
Are they... Yeah, no, they're Confederates, and I guess using the Confederate flag is illegal at this point.
Yeah, that won't hold. But they are. They're like, may we get together and pretend we're still a unit, please?
This was the problem. It's not that we didn't finish the Reconstruction. It's that we allowed the Confederate flag to be used just for like old time's sake, just for like a little reenactment, and then it all. It led from there.
The solution was right in front of us. Turn all of the Confederates into slaves. Just flip it.
Clearly.
Jesus, is that good?
Just like a couple days a week, though,
Yeah.
That's such a good one.
Yeah, yeah.
We're abolishing slavery except for those of you who fought it. Wait, what? You love it so much. Why not be a part of it? Wait, hold on. What do you mean?
No, you're into it. You want slavery, so we're going to have it.
Good news. Yeah, you're going to finally be an intern at the company you rule.
This is like the Tyra wearing the fat suit around town equivalent, like after just living like a slave for one day, I really saw the errors of my ways and
not enough is connected to that Tyra footage.
Yeah, or maybe too much. It's a very old reference.
Oh, it's the best. It's also like when she was like, we know you have a fear of pennies. We put $1,000 in this jar of pennies. And the woman's like, what? She's like, torture yourself for money. See how easy it was to get over your fear?
Fear of pennies?
See? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
copper. Yeah.
just... What do you mean copper? Oh, yeah, it's copper.
Yeah,
what?
It's copper.
People have
copper.
Is that a thing?
People have fear of different textures and Yeah, they do. There was I saw one with someone who was terrified of almonds, and it was crazy.
Almonds, olives, pickles. Maury Povich chased someone around his studio with a pickle.
So you're just afraid of like a little like Mediterranean spread.
Yeah. Yes.
And when there's dried apricots and feta cheese and the goat cheese and the hard salami sliced so perfectly and the water crackers.
Yes.
It's how I feel about your little lovely Seacom that you enjoy so much.
Oh, yeah, oysters.
Put that on the menu. Watch sales.
There are several hundred Confederate battle flags stored in the War Department. General Drum said today that the application would have to be refused, as neither the Secretary of War nor the President can give or lend these flags without the sanction of Congress.
Wow.
Yeah, you don't get to use the fucking... You lost the fucking war. You lost the fucking war.
I know. It's over. It's
Give
really
him
like...
time. Give us time to forget, Dave. We'll forget. It'll happen
It is
soon.
so crazy. Every time I see a Confederate, I'm like, it's pretty obvious what you're suggesting. It's crazy. It's not a symbol of a different time.
No.
They could. I'm like, was there a way that they could have just like redesigned the flag, to be like, this is Southern pride, but also slavery's bad.
But it's like the Punisher logo. It's like eventually they would be like, wink, wink. You know what I mean? We liked it better. I like Dave's solution a lot. I'm super into that time traveling experiment.
Mm-hmm.
Thought it was her young man's arm.
Oh God! Oh God! No,
that's not a good headline.
Been there.
There's an animal or a tree if we're lucky.
Tree's best case scenario.
While several young couples were strolling along the wooded walks at Sheridan the other evening, one of the ladies felt that she was being squeezed, but said nothing about it until she noticed that the gentleman who was walking with her was twirling his cane in hand. Mm-hmm. She imagined was producing a pleasant sensation about her waist. On investigating the matter, she was horrified, and her escort terrified, to find a huge black snake curled tightly around her.
Oh, God. Stop. She was like, boy, I love it when he finishes the circulation in my leg. Oh, gosh, look at him. Wow.
How does that happen?
I don't know.
Wow, he's really moving fast, but whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Wow, Jesus. Stop biting me. My leg's numb. I'm foaming. Boy, you really move fast. What a night.
Okay, so he's got a cane, but there's also a snake.
She thinks she thinks he's got his arm around her waist, and then she looks down and sees he's holding a cane and not her, and then looks down and sees the snake. It's a snake.
I find
Take me home, please.
I don't believe this.
I don't either. That's what I was just going to say. I don't. I think
this
is one of those ones where it's just like you could make they're like, do you want to make the paper?
Yeah.
Let's just go say this happened.
Me calling it a love line at 13?
Whoa, Francesca.
Yeah.
What?
I'm being like, if you call in at like 8:59, you can get in and like come with some wild story. I did, but I hung up before I got live. I said I said, I'm sorry, this is so sad.
Go.
13-year-old me, but egged on by a friend, said that I had masturbated with a light bulb.
Oh my God. This is why women can't have free speech.
This is why they don't have the right to the tongue. And that it had broken inside of me, which somehow in my mind made sense that I like wasn't in the hospital and was just
oh my God.
So it's like, Adam Carolla, tell me what to do. And oh my God, how those guys have not held up.
He's a fucking idiot, but he would have sniffed that out in a second.
I know.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm surprised I got past the screeners.
I am too. Yeah. They were probably like really desperate. Oh my God, that's an amazing. And then you hung up. Yeah. You're like, I can't believe this worked. I gotta go. Exactly. Not comfortable with this, to be honest.
I was not prepared for them to pass me along.
Yeah.
I like when later in life when you're like seeing someone like Adam Carolla and you're like, how did this guy just get plucked from nowhere to become successful? And then later on you find out he's a crazy conservative and you go, oh.
Yeah, but that's my question is, was he always or was he also? Okay, so that's why. Yeah,
that's why.
But at least Dr. Drew is held up.
We're fine with him.
There's like, and it was, like somehow not creepy that 15-year-old girls would be calling into Loveline and talking about things adjacent to that. Right.
It was a different time.
Yeah. It's
so gross.
So her company being the guy, her company wouldn't go within a rod of her.
I thought her company would be like Edison. Oh, not Francesca, sorry.
Fleeing when she attempted to approach him. So that's nice. The guy ran off.
That's cool.
Finally,
I really identify with that. Wait. Speaking of bugs, I was with my daughter the other day, and you know those nasty ass like blue shiny beetles that just sort of like hover, and they were loved. They're just like this. Anyway,
they're everywhere right now.
One came right towards us, and I ran, and I left my daughter alone.
Oh, jeez, I didn't know about that part.
I just left. I was like, and I
Matt's
ran.
like, where is she? Like, she's been eaten by beetles.
Well, there was
we need
that
to make
gross
another
beetle, and so I realized I had just run. I went to go get like something to swat it with or swap it, whatever.
Swat.
My brain's not working.
Go ahead.
Swat it with, but it's funny because I was like, oh, bro, my instinct literally was just to ditch my daughter and have the beetle land on her, which it didn't. She was fine.
I like that. I like that decision.
Yeah. Self-preservation.
You know? Yeah.
Anyway, so he was like, bye.
Yeah, he took off like a man.
Yeah, he said he got the hell out of there like a.
I hope you live.
Finally, Finally, a farmer's boy went to the rescue and whacked the snake on the head with the butt of a whip until.
Mind if I whack it with my butt?
Oh, that's a meet cute. That is a very. A farmer's boy had to come in and rescue.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm picturing Opie. You're picturing like a sexy farmhand.
Yeah, sexy farmhand.
The reptile was over 4 feet in length and had squeezed the girl so tightly that several of her corset stays were broken, and it is feared that 2 of her ribs are cracked.
See, this is a time when
I really don't believe it.
A woman would walk around pre-squeezed, so there is an advantage to that a little bit.
Snake's like, it was already squeezed.
Yeah,
she was already squeezed.
There's already a boa around her.
Okay, so Dave's calling bullshit on that.
Yeah, that whole thing is bullshit.
Yeah, probably. The farmhand makes me think it's a little more possible.
Really?
Yeah, because that's like a third party now.
Yeah, there's multiple witnesses.
I'm holding the pen because
I'm saying that the writer just wrote a totally fake story. That there's nobody real here.
Yes, 5th season of The Wire. Yeah.
I suppose that's possible. I'll write this down and see. You're right. This could have happened. Yeah, no, that's possible. I suppose journalists could just make up shit, Dave. You're right. But that would never bite us in the ass, would it?
But it's all to solve the case, the broader case of the reptiles assaulting humans.
Every subscriber to a newspaper can do much for the paper by becoming a reporter for it. Well,
the last article really showed that.
Are they raffling it off?
This guy invented Facebook.
Yeah, this guy's like, hey, this paper sucks. Help. Hey, did you see the first story? It was about a fucking potato bug. First person potato bug story.
That would greatly help the editor in getting out a readable sheet. The trouble with the average subscriber is that he is not content with being a reporter. He wants to write the editorials. Okay, so
what?
This guy's just getting a lot of opinions that he doesn't like.
Yeah.
I love that even in the call, like the help wanted ad, he's editorializing about how others editorialize.
He's having an editorial about how much he abhors editorials.
Yes.
Yeah.
This editorial is what I call meta. Anytime we do editorial voice on this podcast, Francesca, Andy Rooney is the voice.
Oh, okay.
Always.
And anyone under 34 is probably Googling Loveline and Andy Rooney.
Yeah.
I one time called Loveline about Andy Rooney. Go ahead, Dave, but I just want to say that's how crazy it got in my life. It was like every time I bang my old boyfriend, he just complains. What's the deal with missionary? It's just not religious. Go ahead, Dave. I'm done.
I called Loveline once when I said I had broken 92 Christmas ornaments in my anus.
Ooh,
like anal beads?
Yeah.
Oh, ornaments.
They didn't light up because one of them didn't work. It's the worst. I had to track it slowly. The staple gun was unnecessary.
He wouldn't have been suspicious at all. I feel like he would have taken that call.
Yeah, for sure.
You put it inside your ho.
Remember one thing Adam Carolla would always do is he would always, like, people would say something and he'd go, so what is he lay carpet or is he, and he'd always put it on a construction guy and you're like, oh yeah, so the working class is the problem. Gotcha.
I didn't clock
He
that.
gave away so many little hints about how he was a piece of shit. The Eel Boom continues, and there were several wagons on the streets from the Catawba to yesterday. It must be a ship. The fishermen say that the recent rise in the river, which enables the eels to swim up the stream in schools, is the cause of the remarkable catch. One farmer near Rosilie's Ferry caught 3,800 eels in 3 days.
What?
And put them all in a compost heap, thinking there was more money in them as manure than there was as a marketable article.
Oh my God.
That is
Did
just.
he talk to anyone?
Just grind him up.
That's the most white guy. That's the most white guy fucking story ever. Like
3,800 eels. He's like, I composted. I'm like, Doug, you should have asked someone what to. What? Yeah.
I mixed them in with cement. And
just
we're
got
laying brick with them.
I mixed them up so now we can make an eel home.
I'm in touch with nature.
But do you think people weren't eating eel?
Eels were no. Oh God, no. They were eating so much eel. It was oysters and eel were the big things that people.
Okay,
ate
so where do you stand on eel?
There were ships in the
Dave,
Thames.
answer the goddamn question. Where do you stand on eel?
They terrify me. I've come face to face. I don't want to have anything to do with them.
You've come face to face. Interesting.
Yeah, Dave debated one
Staring
on
at
YouTube.
each other in the eye.
Yeah, Dave debated one on Young Turks.
While snorkeling.
Okay. Listen, you don't understand. Dave's,
We're all going in different directions with this.
I don't think mine's right, so who wants to take it?
Look, I was just trying to make it so it didn't sound like I was coming on eels.
But you definitely won.
But it did at the beginning.
Well,
okay, that's scary.
That's when
scary.
they're out on the heap in the backyard.
But okay, so people were eating a lot of them, but he was like, he had just eaten oysters. What are we doing?
It's composted.
I guess he thought that there were so many eels that the market for them wouldn't be good.
Sure.
You should talk to someone.
So he just threw them on a pile, as you do, instead of letting them continue to swim in
now
the river.
it's soil.
God, that would smell so bad.
Why don't you just let them swim in the fucking river?
Why are my watermelons growing? I don't know. I covered it in eel. Yeah, no, the obvious question is why not just let them be? But again, I think you're forgetting who we're dealing with. We're dealing with the white men of the 1880s.
Mm-hmm. Kill everything.
Kill everything as quickly as possible. I mean, he had 3,800 eels, and then he was like, now what?
Right. And the point was just to kill him.
Yeah. I mean, maybe like 1,400 in, wouldn't you be like, what am I doing?
Enough.
What am I in the middle of? Do I have a direction for this?
I'm not even a fisherman.
I know. I shouldn't even be out here. I'm on a rowboat. What's my deal?
How high do you think that pile was?
That pile had to be,
so
honestly,
huge.
A pyramid. Like his wife was like, what are you doing? He's like, I don't know. I'm going to turn it into soil. Let a man be a man. I'm like Farm Poseidon.
This is just a little one-sentence blurb. Turtles are selling at 10 cents a pound in Florida.
I mean, we have
That's like a headline from today.
Yes, that's very true.
Yes.
And we have really we just declared war on the ocean quite a while ago.
Yes.
And we were just like, I mean, we really just were like, the ocean is Sizzler.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's so sad.
Turtles are it's very difficult for me to watch and think of that, eating turtles.
What do you do with turtle? Are they just eating them?
Yeah, they make turtle soup, yeah.
That's not
turtle
like
soup, it's like nature's bread bowl.
Yeah. Turtle soup isn't like just a name of something that it like a potato bug that's not actually turtle soup. It's just there's like beef and potatoes and
no, it is turtles.
It's actually
eat that
turtles.
Meaty body, yeah. It's turtles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Comes with a bowl.
Comes with a bowl.
Yeah, I know. Is it the show?
I'm just trying to make sure everyone understood the bread bowl joke. It's not just.
This?
No, it's not.
Does it come with a spoon too? Is it like a sport?
No, there's if you crack open a turtle, there's a little bowl inside. It's not the shell.
There's crackers.
There's a little.
It comes
That's where you get the oyster. You crack the oysters
crackers.
open. Oyster cracker. I mean,
yeah.
writes itself. It's not great, but it writes itself.
Okay, but they didn't know you didn't kill everything. Like, they didn't know leave some of the turtles and some of the eels.
Well, to be fair,
if in order to learn that lesson, they would have had to listen to like the natives who were there doing that for generations.
Like, you should probably think long term, and we were like, long term? We don't know that in English. This is selling for $10 a turtle.
It's just like how there was like New York Harbor was like the oyster center of the world. There were so many fucking oysters in New York. And then, after killing them all, they're like, well, the water's all dirty. Isn't there some way to clean this water? And you're like, well, you killed all the things.
Completely ruined everything. Yeah. No, it's exact. Like the lesson we should be learning of today, should have learned 800 different times.
Yep.
Yeah.
But this is another good example where it's like, hey, you know what? What about existing? And they're like, can't worry about existing. This wallet's getting fat, mister.
How am I going to, what am I going to eat? How am I going to get my food? You just eat the thing that you're fishing right now, but not all of it.
Just go out to the eel pile.
Did you hear what Eric did with his eels? He turned them into chewing tobacco. What? He said he didn't think about it, but he wanted to get it done that night.
Well, that's stupid. I made a fence out of my eels. As you're supposed to.
Eel bacco.
Yeah.
Gross.
This is out of Trenton. Isaac Green, an ex-convict, was arrested this evening on suspicion that he set fire to St. John's Church, which was partially burned.
Okay, let's talk about the story importance.
Uh-huh.
A guy lit a church on fire,
Uh-huh.
and we started with a first-person potato bug in Europe coming of age story. We gotta go.
Oops.
I gotta go. That's mine. I gotta go. Thanks, guys. That was awesome.
Dave's got to take his birth control.
Dave has to read peanut butter his toes.
It's time for my birth control.
Dave has to put a light bulb in him.
Is eels.
That's smart.
Green has been identified by 3 altar boys as the strange man they saw in the, I don't know what that word is, some sort of church word that it's a place in a church. I just can't.
Pew.
Yep.
Vestibule.
Sacristy.
Sacristy.
It's a little smeared also. Okay. Altar. Let's just say altar. Saw on the altar Sunday evening service. Officer Cleary also saw him on Cooper Street in rear of the church just before the fire was discovered. He is not Catholic. Well, there you go.
There we go.
There you go.
Busted.
He lit the fire.
Pardon the pun, but nailed.
It will be difficult for him to explain his presence in the church. He will be given a hearing tomorrow.
Well, I think he did it.
No,
how do they?
No non-Catholic will be in a church. Why would that? The only reason to go in there is to set it on fire.
I feel like if anyone is setting fire to a church, it's probably a Catholic who was forced to be in that church.
Or who was fucked in the church.
Yes. Also that.
I would just say that the sins had just come out of me and lit a fire, and that I turned over a new leaf.
We know a guy.
Turned over a new leaf, guys.
Yeah.
Say that to the judge. This arsonist has turned over a new leaf.
I'm better.
I got it all out of my system.
I'm better now.
We know a guy in Australia who the church, it turned out, was one of them was molesting kids or more than one, and then they burned the church down.
Hell
That's
yeah.
true.
That's how you do it.
I love that.
Yeah, I did that with a Burger King that food poisoned me. Just take it to them. Take the fight to them.
Here's just another one-liner. The cotton this year is a failure.
That's just great. That's like bathroom stall headlines. It's like a guy in the bathroom stall is like, I'm sick of this place. Yeah, that's it. Just not great news.
Okay. A serious warning to tipplers is conveyed in the action of a lately made Boston wife who was discovered Monday night deliberately spanking her husband for going home intoxicated.
Oh, that's not how you stop that behavior. Yeah, I'm not. I won't say I'm sorry. Do another. There you go. One more.
Why? Like, my question is, why write this up? And in the and in back in the day, was it like, oh, you don't want to get spanked by your wife? Like, did that actually seem like a threat or silly, or was it okay?
I'm sure it's emasculating.
Was it public?
Well, it sounds like it would have been, because how else would people know?
Yeah,
Well,
you got to go
know.
outside and do the spanking outside right in front, so everyone, all your neighbors see.
A Bostonian, they're quite loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't let it go quick.
Reverb.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also feel like he would have put up a fight a little bit.
Yeah.
Like,
well, not when he's that drunk.
He liked it. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know.
I mean, unless he's into it.
I think he's into it.
I think we should bring this back.
Oysters.
Yeah.
You know
I do like this.
She was like, "Why is your dick so hard? I'm punishing you." He was like, "I hate it. Keep going."
There's another oyster. A machine lately patented, turns out, 180 cigarettes a minute. It is a wonderful invention, though simple, and will revolutionize the present process of manufacturing the dude's delight.
Scab.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly. Yeah.
Scab ass machine.
That's what right to work gets you.
Yeah. Wait, what is this? A dude's
delight.
Dude's delight.
Yeah,
the male artistry, the dude's delight.
It's just quite a time.
I
it's
feel
AI.
bad that, like, I'm wondering, because we had our second wave feminist movement before we realized cigarettes were terrible for us. So there's got to have been like a small cluster of feminists who were like fighting for women to be seen smoking more and normalizing that.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
it's the freedom of tongue.
Exactly, the freedom of tongue.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
All right, Capper Dave. Yep. This is the end, Francesca.
Okay,
so
here we go.
Buckle up.
I'm excited.
This is big.
We started with potato bug.
Where will we land?
This is from Galveston. In the Baptist meeting house at Comanche Sunday, after preaching, the congregation went to a creek to witness a baptism. Two brothers,
Eels!
Robert and William Butcher, remained in the building and got in a quarrel with one Harris. Robert received the contents of a shotgun. Jesus Christ.
Why?
Received the contents of a shotgun?
That's biblical.
This is like the New York Times is fucking outdoing themselves here.
Yeah. Get on your knees. Accept
Palestinians received the contents of a missile.
Israelis bombed. Palestinians unable to deal with fire properly.
William, which was carried by Harris, and he died instantly. William Butcher and Harris then struggled for possession of the gun, and Harris was so badly beaten on the head that he may die. William Butcher was arrested. The origin of the trouble is not stated. Well, they don't sound like good Baptists.
Right. Well, they were not in the river yet.
They just
everyone
stayed
else
behind.
is just singing. Like,
yeah.
Everyone else to watch the baptism and have a good time, and these guys stayed in the church and killed each other.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, that's why you make sure everyone leaves the church for a baptism. That's where that bumper sticker comes from.
Yep.
Sorry, everyone. Well, Francesca, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
A pleasure, an honor. Everyone should go to LincolnLodge.com to go to your shows this Monday and Tuesday in Chicago. And if you're like, hey, I'm listening to this late, which Monday, Tuesday? Well, you've missed it because we're talking about this Monday,
19th
Tuesday.
and 20th.
19th and 20th, always. Any parting words, any parting shots? You have anything you want to think back on? Or
I mean, I feel like you still don't know what a potato bug is, and I think we need to dissect one together.
No.
He doesn't know.
Also, listen to the Bituation Room podcast or watch it on YouTube at Franny Fio.
Wow. I mean, it was supposed to be about the paper, but
so
you are a marketing genius, so you've done well. You've done very well.
Gareth,
all right. Well,
yes. It is called the sow bug.
Oh.
Or on Wikipedia, armadillo.
I called it armadillo cum. I called it armadillo cum.
But that's not a potato bug.
Ugh, the potato bug is so fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't like ending on an argument.
Okay.
But we're gonna.
kiss me, honey, some of these days.
And this podcast is also brought to you by me, Gareth Reynolds. Go to GarethReynolds.com for some of these stand-up dates I'm about to throw your way. Join me, be part of the Gare Force. August 9th and August 10th, I will be in Fort Collins, Colorado at the Comedy Fort having a good time. Then in September, San Diego, September 18th. September 20th, Bakersfield. Manchester, Connecticut, September 24th. Albany, New York, September 25th. Syracuse, New York, September 26th. October 2nd, I'll be in Ontario, California. Tempe, Arizona, October 3rd. I will be at Helium in Portland, November 1st, November 2nd, and November 3rd. I will be in Seattle, Washington, November 6th, Vancouver, Canada, November 7th, and then 2 shows, New Year's Eve in Austin, Texas at Cap City Comedy. That's December 31st, Cap City Comedy, New Year's Eve. Go to GarethReynolds.com for tickets and information. I'm calling on the Gare Force. Come and join me for a show. Be part of the movement. I love you.
Chevy has the SUVs you know and love. And now there's one more. The first ever all-electric Blazer EV. With the latest tech, incredible range, and easy charging, this head-turning electric vehicle is Motor Trend's 2024 SUV of the Year. When you're ready to go EV, Chevy's got you. Get all the exciting details on the 2024 Chevy Blazer EV at your Colorado Chevy dealer today. And learn more about EV tax credits and take advantage of current offers going on now.